Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here with Plugin Boutique, and today we're checking out Deconstructed Piano by Cinematique Instruments. Now, the Deconstructed Piano is a non-traditional sounding piano instrument for Kontakt, in that the samplers at Cinematique Instruments hit the piano strings with various types of instruments to get really cool, unique, and really dark sounds. So as you can see, it sounds really nice right off the bat. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk through some of these presets. It's a fairly straightforward Kontakt instrument, but I do, like I said before, really like the sounds. I'm going to show you some of the sustain, the muted, and miscellaneous options, a few of the presets, and then the random button, which is really cool. And then we'll jump into the effects page, which again is pretty straightforward, but the sound quality of the effects themselves are quite good. So let's just go ahead and check out some of these presets. So those are more ethereal pad type samples there, or at least that's the way the audio is being portrayed. And essentially what's making up these sounds are the volumes of the different samples. So here we have the sustain volumes of the different ways they sampled the piano. So there are the hammer samples, the soft felt samples, and then there's a screw sample. If we pull these down and kind of highlight one of them, this is the soft felt. So you can see it's a lot softer there than the hammer, which is a little bit more abrasive. And here's the screw. So you can get some really interesting sounds by mixing between the three there. There's also the muted section. So if we turn off the sustain section by using the off button, go over to the muted and turn it on, now we have some other types of ways that they sampled the piano strings. A good way to kind of get interesting sounds or mixes between everything is just hit the random volume button, which is going to give you a mix of everything together. And that way you can get some interesting sounds without having to like go in and really dive deep into something. What I would suggest doing while you're using this instrument is hitting the random volume button until you get something close and then kind of dialing in some of the volumes yourself. There's also the miscellaneous section, which we can turn on. And by the way, we can have all of these on at the same time. I'm just kind of soloing one so we can get a better understanding of what's inside. So this miscellaneous section is really kind of creepy when it's by itself. But obviously if we added some sustain notes to it, we'll get even more interesting sounds. I'm going to use that random button again. So I really like the sounds that are coming out of this instrument. I like how it's very versatile, but always kind of staying in the same realm of piano, but with just like a really deconstructed twist. It's a perfect name for the instrument, and I really like the sounds that are coming out of it. So besides this main page here, there's the effects panel, which you have your kind of standard reverb, distortion, delay, and EQ. I'm not too sure what the EQ does here, but it seems to be some sort of bandpass that does a little bit, maybe making it more bright as you get higher up in value and a little bit more subdued when you get lower down. Delay, pretty straightforward stuff here. And reverb, we got 3 different types of reverb between hall, space, and church, and obviously a dry wet, and then your distortions. Again, I really like the sounds that are coming out of this particular instrument. I like that it's unique. I like that I don't have to do a lot of work to get something really interesting sounding, as opposed to getting a straightforward piano, which I then have to tweak and add effects to get more interesting sounds. You can check it out on Plugin Boutique today. I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.